Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. Welcome to this Memorial Day live event. It's just going to be me in my driveway going over my service update from this week. And unfortunately, my neighbor's pressure washing their sidewalk, so hopefully you can hear me. Can't control these things, but anyway, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer until people get on. But just to remind you guys, these live streams and any of my videos actually are available on podcasts through iTunes. So just look for Car Guy 11, search for Car Guy 11 on iTunes, and you'll see the podcast, and you can download them to your phone, listen to them in the car, anything that makes it easier, because some of these get pretty long, but I don't expect to be too long today. But just want to go over some things with you guys. Hi Matt, I saw you popped up there. If you guys want to comment along the way, I'll answer questions. They will pop up on the screen, so yeah, we should be okay. Hopefully this pressure washer will stop, but anyway, just wanted to go over the car, walk around while explaining the different items I did. Also, guys, if you saw on Instagram this week, I did take my car into the dealer. My local dealer was a different one from last year, and it was cool. I actually ran into a subscriber. I posted this picture on Instagram this week, and she recognized me as Car Guy 11, so it was really cool. She just got her 2016 Stingray Z51 this past fall, so she was getting it out for the season and getting oil change and stuff like that done. But yeah, so it was really cool to run into somebody at the dealer. Hey Dr. Dre, thanks for joining today. But yeah, so why did I go for service? There was several reasons actually, and to start, I needed an oil change, and the last oil change I'll be getting for free. Chevy covers one per year, plus the break-in oil change at 500 miles for the Z51 and Grand Sport Z06. So this is my third oil change and the last free one, as I said. So I have about a little over 10,000 miles on it. So wanted to get that done, and at the same time take care of a few other things. In particular, I'll switch the camera around here. So there we go. In particular, there was the airbag recall, and that's to affect the 2014 through 16 models. Basically, there was a reprogram to the airbag module that I guess at some circumstances it wouldn't go off. So I had that taken care of. Basically just a reprogram of the body control module. So pretty easy fix. Also, I had a few warranty things taken care of. Number one, last year I complained about the air conditioning not being cold enough, and turns out there was an update to the automatic climate control system, programming update. So I haven't verified if it worked, but hopefully we'll see. It hasn't been all too hot yet, and so but there was an update to it, so hopefully, as I said, it'll improve the cooling. As I said, it's kind of warm in my opinion. I keep it around 65 degrees, so compared to other vehicles, it's lower than I normally would keep it. What else did I have done? Well, I had PA state inspection done for 2018, which is actually a little early. It's normally in July, but I wanted to get it out of the way for a few reasons. Number one, the tires. they've seen several track days, as you guys know, and they're getting kind of low. Basically, they're 4/10, and it just passed, which is good, but I didn't want to have to get new tires this season yet. And like I said, they passed with 4/10, and they will last me this season, and then next year I'll probably have to get new ones and maybe upgrade to the new Pilot 4S Sports, try those out. But yeah, I wanted to get through this year without new tires, so got that. The other thing also, it gives me the opportunity now. If you remember last year, these side markers, I failed for them because they were tinted. So now I have the option to retint them without having an issue passing. So I may just end up doing that. At least it'll last a year this time instead of a couple months. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I had I had some issues last track day with the brakes. So what happened was, the rotors, I think what happened is they got really hot on the track, and the pads started to deposit on the actual rotors and caused a pulsing sensation, sort of like a warped. So I think it's caused by the pads I was running. They weren't true track pads. They're the Street Performance Power Stop Z26, which I'm really happy with the dusting, and actually they performed very well on the track. No issues with performance. It's just when they got real hot, I think they were actually depositing on the rotors. But a couple people commented and messaged me that, hey, GM's doing a TSB on the rotors because of the new design, which, if you remember, I have these stupid cooling rings that are cover the spokes of the old design rotors. So the new ones actually remove the spokes, and it's just a solid piece like a standard rotor, which supposedly helps the airflow go through the vents of the rotor. So anyway, they ordered the rotors. These are still the old ones, and I should be getting the new ones this week. So yeah, I'll be upgrading the front rotors, and in the same time I am planning to change out the pads to I'm gonna try track pads, and Power Stop has their track day pads. So that's the plan, is to actually run the track pads for the street and track. So I'll let you know how that goes. If they're too dusty, too noisy, then I'll probably go back to the street pads for street and then switch them out for the track. But I would love to just run one pads for street and track. It's a little bit of a pain to have to switch back and forth. But the name of the track pads, they're from Power Stop, and they're called Track Day pads. So on their website, there's the Z26, which is the highest performing street pads. That's what I was running. And the step up is the Track Day pads. So that's what I'm going to try. And like I said, if hopefully they're not going to be too bad for the street. But if you saw the last live stream, Tim from Power Stop, he said people do run them on the track, on the street, and they're not real aggressive on your rotors or wheels. So I'm looking forward to try them out, and hopefully that solves my issues. But as I said, these are great. The Z26 pads are great for the street, and some track driving. Just can't abuse them, I guess, get them too hot. And the track I go to, Pit Race, you get up to 130 miles per hour and they're slowing down. That really puts some heat in the brakes, but no fading or anything like that. It's just they started to deposit on the rotors. Now the rear did not get replaced, but as you can see, there's no slots in them, so the front ones are open so the air goes through instead of get directed to the vents. So that's what they're replacing the front ones under the TSP. So anybody that has a 2014 through 16, pretty much they'll replace them, no questions asked, if you have that old design with the spokes and the rotors. Hey, what's up, Car Guy 14? Thanks for joining today. But also to note, in case you're wondering why I don't have the black lugs, I switched it back to stock. I didn't want them scratching up my new black lugs, and also removed the spacer in case they would not pass it or something for inspection. So I took the spacer off and went to the standard chrome lugs, just so, again, no issues with passing, and also scraping up my black lugs with their impact. So I'll be going back to the dealer this week, getting the new front rotors, and then hopefully I'll get the new pads and then swap out the pads, put the spacers back on, and the black lugs. So get that taken care of. What else? I have a cheat sheet here. Oh, I had my rear differential. A car guy asked if I'm coming out to Autobahn Country Club again this year. Well, I went, as you guys probably remember, I went last year. It was a lot of fun. My buddy Autonut lives out there, and definitely can visit again. It's a great track. It's a very long track, and I'd definitely be interested in coming out again. Maybe even trying. There's another track out there to try, but the Autobahn is the largest one, and we did the full track, which is over 3 miles. I forget exactly, but anyway, so last year, if you guys remember, my rear differential failed on the drag strip, blew apart, and they replaced it with a brand new one. So I wanted to get the rear diff fluid changed because they recommended after the first track day. So I wanted no warranty issues, just get it changed from the dealer, and you know, be documented that it was changed. So got that done. It was I think it was like 120 or so. Of course the oil change was free, and then the inspection is about $60 or so. Yep, Autobahn is in Juliet, Illinois. Yep, very nice place. Exactly. It's a country club, actually. You have to pay membership, but they do have track days where you go with different groups, and you can just pay the fee to run the track. So hey, what's up, Dominant King? Oh, from Germany. Hey, what's up, CJ? Thanks for joining. Today's a holiday for us, so that's why we're off today, Memorial Day. And welcome any veterans as well. Thanks for your service. And thanks. The wheels are just the stock Z51 wheels, black, gloss black, of course, and pretty clean. They're a little bit dusty with brake dust right now, but yeah, the rear diff, Dr. Howe, in the manual it says to replace it after the first track day, and then after 24 hours of track time, after every 24 hours of track time. So at least the first one I wanted to have the dealer do, as I said, so that they have it on record that I changed it. No issues with that. Also the oil, let me get back to the oil change. Make sure you ask for and get the Mobil 1. They'll try to put their GM oil in, but definitely ask for the Mobil 1, especially if you're tracking. As far as the cost, no, this was not covered, the diff fluid change. that is part of maintenance that you know should or have to do. So car guy 14, any plans for modifications? I am very reluctant to do modifications to the powertrain because of the warranty. It's just, you hear all these horror stories. Somebody commented on my rear diff video this week that they had a tune, intake, and exhaust and flew out the rear end. It was a 2017 Grand Sport, and GM denied it because of the tune. So I definitely don't want to do a tune. I may do an intake and possibly exhaust modification, which they shouldn't say much about that, but for sure tune messing with the ECU is going to flag them. So yeah, but anyway, make sure you ask for Mobile One, especially on the dry sump system, and I use the 5W30, and it's fine for even for track use. Thanks, man. I know. I don't know what. He asked. Domain King asked. I deserve more than 4K subscribers. I don't know. I mean, I'm not as I guess the entertainment value maybe isn't as there. It's more engineering and just my experience with the car. But thanks, I appreciate that. Hopefully it will rise the subscribers. But again, I do this for fun and to help people out, so not so much for popularity. But of course it's more fun when there's lots of bigger community. But let's see. Yes, 9.5 quarts. I agree with that. I asked them to do that actually, and they filled it all the way up, so I may drain some out. I have an oil extractor that I just suck it out. So usually in my last oil change, I've actually asked them to give me the 10th quart and I'll fill it in, just fill it up with 9, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to charge me for the extra quart, so I was like, forget it. I'll just take out any extra, and it's mainly for track days, so that you don't want to overfill, that would get ingested into the intake. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to read these messages. I think I deleted somebody's by accident. Car guy 14, I deleted yours. Let's see here. Alright, what else did I have done? I have to look on my cheat sheet here. Yeah, that was the majority of it. Like I said, definitely take advantage of your warranty if you're gonna be, you know, you want to get everything taken care of before you start modifying it heavily, because they will balk at replacing anything if you have it modified. So yeah, but anyway, if you guys have any other questions, otherwise I'll probably end it. I don't want to go too long, but oh, let me guys show you the I just have the I just installed, I can't see it. I just installed the Blackboot dash cam. That was my latest video. I don't know if you can see it in there. That's my radar detector. Let me open it up inside here. There it is. So it has a screen on the back and you can see it, and it's pretty cool because it's pretty hidden when you're just sitting in the car, but then if you want to see, just look under the mirror. That's my radar detector. My warranty ends, the bumper to bumper is 3 years, so it'll be not this August but the following August. And then the powertrain is 5 year though, 5 year, 60,000 miles, so that'll be for 5 years. But now the I use the power block in the back of the hatch to power the dash cam, and it's under that It's under the rear shelf, and it has some insulation and stuff under there. It's a little bit of a pain to get to, but it's a good spot to power something if you had to. So let's see. Dr. Howe, you put 5W50. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I was monitoring my my oil temps, and I was nowhere near. I was probably got up to 230 maybe. So I'm okay with the 5W30 for now, but yeah, I don't want to have to switch back and forth. What they say about the 5W50, it does kind of hurt your catalytic converter because it has that phosphates in it. So you really shouldn't leave it long term, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Dan in New Jersey, hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you put the mirror mount, I guess. There is an option to mount the radar detector to the mirror. I didn't want to go in there because I have well, this camera is 2 front and rear, and then I needed to power and switch power, full power and ground, and I thought it was just going to be too messy. It was actually easier for me just to run it all the way down. I'll show you how I ran it, actually. The radar detector, it's an older one, Dr. Dre. It's an older one. It's a Escort. I think it's 8500. It was probably like 150, 200 bucks. I had it when I had my Mustang, actually. So it's 2-3 years old at least. I think there's newer ones are way better, I think. But Dr. Howe, the 5W50 they say is required. I would tend to agree if you're overheating your oil. You don't want to overheat your oil, but I'm not pushing the car hard enough to overheat it. So I would say, my feeling is, first of all, the dealer's not going to put it in, so I had the dealers do the 3 oil changes. So I'm just doing a 5W30, and if I get an issue with oil heating, then I'll step up to the 5W50. Let me just show you how I ran it. I ran it along the windshield and then up and down. You can't even see it, all the way back to the back. It's all hidden under the body. So let's see. Any issues when shifting into second gear? Yes, I did notice that. Basically, it's popped out on me before. Let me go over there. It's popped out on me before, especially when cold, and there's really not much you can do about it. But see, it's not even going in now, but the car's not on, of course. But yeah, if it's not exactly lined up, it will pop out on you. Dr. Dre, what do you think of Dodge Demon? I think it's pretty cool, honestly. I mean, it's pretty bold for Dodge to come out with a dedicated track car, a drag strip car. I mean, it's not the largest demographic. I think it's going to bring them a lot of attention, and you know, I know you can modify a current Hellcat for cheaper, but really, I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool still. There's a lot of features on it that they used all the tricks in the book, all the old drag you know, features that you put on all your drag cars, the trans brake, the 2-step, I mean, everything. It has everything, so it's pretty cool, I think. I definitely agree with you, Dan, that not having a roll cage at least available, that's the thing that disturbs me about that car. And they're advertising it too, which is dumb, because now you're gonna be blacklisted from any drag car, any drag strip in the country, because they're gonna know. So That's the part that bothers me, Dan. I fully agree with you. I don't know how much it's going to cost to get a roll cage in there, and or they should at least have some suppliers set up already that say, hey, you can install it for so much money, whatever. I know you can't really sell the car from the factory like that because you can't get in basically through the doors and stuff, but they needed to have an option somehow. Dr. Dre, would I ever get the 2018 ZR1 Corvette? Definitely would think about it. Would like to see pricing and the specs, of course. Also, though, the next year, probably 19 or 20, the mid-engine is coming. So, I already have a C7, so, maybe it's just worth waiting for the mid-engine version. But I'm pretty happy with this car still. I know it's not to the power level of the Z06 and stuff like that, but it's plenty fast for me, especially on the track. I mean, damn, it scares me now on the track. I can't imagine having a Z06 on a track. Honestly, that would be pretty scary. Oh, just saw a comment pop up. Matt Rosenthal. I think it's illegal to get a car in America with a factory roll cage. I believe so, Matt. I agree with you on that. Let me switch this around. All right. Basically, they should have offered it just either as an option or factory dealer installed option after you buy it. But yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. And then on top of it, advertising that it's illegal. So that's kind of silly. I would definitely like to take this on the track strip again this season. I got a 12.5, I think 115 mile per hour at my first attempt. Last year I tried to take it. The second time I took it, that's when I broke the rear end. This year I'd like to take it at some point just to get another time on it. So not abuse it, just definitely don't use launch control. But yeah, I'd like to get another time slip for this car. But yeah, so that's a little walk around tour. What do you think of the 2018 Camaro front end? I like it better. It looks more aggressive than the 5th gen, but the Camaro itself is still not my cup of tea as far as styling. I like smaller cars. It's a little too big for me. Still, it's too can't see out of it. To be honest, I'd like a smaller Corvette. I mean, I just like smaller, nimbler cars. Dan from New Jersey says that'll be in the market for a C8 if they don't come with a manual shift. Probably just upgrade to a C7. Oh, good point, Dan. Yeah, we don't know if they're gonna come with a manual or not. It's a good possibility they won't. I think they will, though. I just have a feeling that there's probably gonna be multiple versions. They're gonna be the base model with the manual with a V8, probably the LT1 or like a updated version of the LT1. Then they'll probably have the supercharged version, which will be the Z06 or whatever. And then they'll probably have a ZR1, which I feel is going to be the hybrid. I think they're going to have electric and gas powered. That may not be a V8, maybe just hybrid with gas and electric to compete more with like the NSXs and the all these hybrid supercars. So that's my feelings on it. I don't know. I think it'd be stupid for them to walk away from that market. Right now they have the market with the manuals, So not many supercars offer a manual, so I think they'd be dumb to walk away from that. Would I ever consider getting a hot rod from Domain King? Probably not. I'm not too into the older classic cars. The new car guy, usually. But, and plus they're mainly drag cars. I'm not super into drag racing. I like the road racing better. Autocross as well. I do some autocross. So I'd like a smaller, nimbler car. And I've mentioned also I have an interest in the Cayman GT4 RS if they come out with that. Smaller car, mid-engine, great handling, and has the cool wing and styling to go with it, and also has the something a little different, like the Porsche. It's not going to be as fast, maybe. Actually, it probably will be as fast as the Corvette, but right now it's not. But you know, I definitely want it with a 6-cylinder. I don't want the 4-cylinder turbo, so that'd be something I'm interested in. I made a video on that, but yeah, so that's about everything. Definitely take your vehicle in while it's under warranty, get everything taken care of. I like to, you know, hit that 2-year mark at least, get all the bugs worked out, and then you can start modifying if you wanted to. You know, you don't want to blow an engine or something expensive when you only have a few miles on it and it's a factory issue. It's not a you know, not your fault for modifying it, and they'll blame it on the modification. So that's the message there. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. There's going to be some more coming out. I have a few things planned for it, but you'll be seeing that in the next few weeks and so. But let's see here. Dr. Dre, I just learned the DeLorean is making a 2017 car. I heard something about that. I heard there's a lot of parts left in the warehouse, but that's funny. Yeah. Matt Rosenthal, thoughts on the rumored Boss 429? Yeah, I definitely think they're going to have a GT500. The rumors are it's going to be supercharged, not turbocharged, but I would think that'd be a great opportunity for a twin turbocharged V8. And they can even call it an EcoBoost if they wanted to, but I don't know. Ford's in turmoil right now. They just fired Mark Fields. Their stock prices are dropping. I don't know what they're doing. They're focusing too much now on autonomous and ride sharing, and they need to focus on their core market, and which is, you know, they started something pretty good with the Mustang GT350, the Focus RS. They need to stick with that formula, and they can do the autonomous on the side, but I think they're getting away from their core, and that's not a good thing. I know they want to beat the masses and go to the future, but they still need to please their loyal fan base, or they will lose them. So I do like the GT350. I'm probably the only one that is not thrilled with the sound of it. I don't know. To me, it doesn't sound like a typical V8, which is cool in its own way because it's different. But I you know, not my cup of tea. Also, the you know, there's not much power down low. You really have to wring that out. So, but I've never driven one, so I've heard great reviews on it. But Matt says the car will have a cross-plane crank V8. We don't know if it'll be turbocharged or supercharged. Okay. I'd like a Mach 1 because it will be a nice bridge between the GT350 and GT. I thought the GT performance package was good, but it still didn't handle the way it should, like the Camaro does. And I, of course, had the GT performance package, so I would like to see what a Mach 1 would be if they fix the front end styling of the 2018, of course. So, but Mustang would be a nice daily driver sports car. I don't drive this Corvette every day, but it's becoming more of my track car, weekend car shows. It's comfortable, but it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. I'm getting used to the luxury. The Jeep is just so comfortable and rugged looking, and has a good stereo, and I don't know, it's just easy. Plus I don't worry about it, and there's some like crappy roads by work, and I just don't want to take the Corvette on those every day, get it dirty. I mean, I already wash it enough, and I'd have to wash it like multiple times a week. So, but alright guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. But Domain King, what is your favorite car? That's a tough one. I've always loved Corvettes, of course, and I've always had, well, not always had Jeeps, but had many Jeeps. Those are my two favorites. Honestly, I'm not a big exotic car person. I can't really imagine spending over $100,000 on a car. But we'll see. I mean, every year cars get more expensive, but yeah, those are really my favorites right now. I also want to look into the Alphas. I have Italian heritage in my family, so I'd like to get something Italian, but nothing outrageous. Like the Alphas are more reasonable. Dan of New Jersey, thanks for your contributions. Really enjoy them. I appreciate that. Like I said earlier, I don't know. Maybe you guys tell me what the channel isn't huge. It hasn't really grown. Some of these channels, man, they get 100,000 in a few months, and it's like, what are they doing? I mean, I don't post. I post weekly at least. Sometimes throw in a couple extra, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is a little disheartening. You see all these other channels get real big real quick, but maybe they're more entertaining. They do the vlogs, and they, I try to just keep it simple, and small mods, stuff that anyone can do it yourself. I mean, I'm not a huge mechanical person. I am an engineer. I try to do simple stuff, but I'm not going to tear an engine apart or stuff like that. You'll get there, bro. Thanks, Dr. Dre. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to continue what I'm doing. If you guys have any other suggestions, definitely let me know, and I'll try to work that in. But yeah, this keeps me busy, and I do have a full-time job as well. So try to do the best I can with producing content. And but anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for participating today. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. Definitely check out the channel if you're new. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well, because I do post pretty much daily. I'll do updates, give you times where I'm going to be at car shows or events. Also, give you inside look at what my next videos are going to be. So I'll post an update probably on Instagram this week when I get my new rotors. So I just got to find a time to get them installed. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.